Savvy by Ingrid Law. I'm Mississippi Beaumont, but people call me Mibs. There's something real special about my family, us Beaumonts. We all have our very own special power, our own savvy. Mama's perfect, Rocket has electric powers, and Fish makes storms. And me, well, I haven't gotten my savvy yet. I'm 2 days away from turning 13, 2 days until I get my savvy. Unfortunately, Papa's in the hospital right now. He was in a car wreck and got crushed up real bad, like a pop can under a cowboy's boot. Mama and Rocket left this morning to go to Selena, and I begged to go, but Mama wouldn't let me. But at least today is my last day at Hebron Middle School. Once people in my family turned 13, we stopped going to school. My last day dragged on, but the day got worse when I got home. Miss Rosemary, the preacher's wife, was inside our house cleaning up a storm, and to make it worse, Gypsy told her tomorrow's my birthday, and she's set on throwing a party. Today's the big day, my 13th birthday. I woke up early this morning, not feeling any different than my usual self, but I was waiting for it, and when I woke up, I was as quiet as I could be, but Gypsy somehow woke up. And then as I was passing Samson's dead turtle, the next thing I knew, the thing was alive again. Then I knew what my savvy was and what it could do. My savvy could save Papa. Now I just had to figure out how to get to the hospital. Miss Rosemary was still set on having a party, so we had to go to the church. Once we were at the church, I spotted what I needed. There, right outside the church, was the pink Heartland Bible supply bus, sitting there, and what caught my eye was the address, Selena, Kansas. That's when I knew I was sneaking on that bus and I was going to Selena. When we were standing outside the bus, I noticed a tattoo on Bobby's back, and it started talking to me. This day just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Then I jumped on the bus, but I hadn't planned for Will Jr., Bobby, Fish, and Samson to get on behind me, and next thing I knew the driver was on and didn't even see us kids. Not long after we'd been on the bus, something bad happened. The driver turned left away from Selena instead of right, and that's when the trip really began. It didn't take long for the driver to find us, and it didn't take long to become friends with Lester Swan. As we sat towards the front of the bus, in my head, the voices just kept getting louder and louder. First I'd hear the angel on Bobby's back, and then 2 more tattoos talking from Lester's arm. Along our way to Selena, we ended up picking up another passenger, Lil. And when we were almost to Selena, Lester says we have to make one more stop at Carlene's to pay for the Bibles. And that's when things got bad. If it hadn't been for Samson, we wouldn't have gone inside, but he had to use the bathroom. So we go in there, and unfortunately, Carlene sees our faces flashing across the screen on the alert. And then she called the police. We all ran outside, and were driving away on the bus when we noticed that one thing was missing: Samson. We had to go back, and when we get there and are searching for him, the police show up. Carlene had locked him behind the wall, but Samson knew my savvy and had drawn on his arm so I could find him. From there, Lester explained the situation, and eventually we were back on the road, and then we made it to Selena. Finally. I walked in knowing my savvy couldn't save Papa, and because my savvy wasn't waking people up. Then Fish helped me realize my savvy was reading tattoos. Papa's tattoo, Miss Mermaid. I whispered in Papa's ear, and next thing I knew, Miss Mermaid was talking, and Papa's eyes flickered, and he woke up. Papa woke up because of me. Me and my savvy. From there I knew everything was going to be just fine, because I knew what my savvy could do.